I've invited people with kiddos to join today. It's not a child's yoga class per se, but it's child friendly, meaning we're not doing any crazy poses. And moms and dads, if you're watching this with your kids and they get bored, let them go. You need this, especially if your kids are home for days at a time. So you need to be breathing and calming yourself and finding your own center. So, okay, so I can barely read it. Good morning. Hey, Kim. All right, so we're sitting here. People are starting to sign on. I'm going to give it another minute or two. I'm hoping that everyone is doing okay and maybe self-quarantining, maybe social distancing a little more than we were last week. I'll be posting some recipes too, so that you have something to do that's maybe a little creative if you're stuck at home. And that being said, we're going to start today's class in a lying down position. So, if you have blocks, we'll use them. If you don't have blocks, a towel is all you need. So you're going to open your towel, okay, fold it the long way, and roll it up. So it's a pretty big roll, pretty substantial. And then you're going to place it on your mat. And I don't know if you guys can see this. I had to move a little closer to the screen so that I could see what you're saying. And then you're going to lie back. So with your towel, you'll place it for women right at the bra strap level, right underneath your chest. Heart opening. Okay, we're going to focus today on heart opening and, of course, breathing. Trying to find a little center for ourselves, remaining calm. So if you're here, you'll open your arms out to the side nice and wide. All right, and hopefully you'll feel a little bit of opening across the pectorals. You can take your feet in Baddha Konasana, which would be soles of the feet together, knees apart. Or if this bothers your lower back for any reason, feet wide, knees together. If you do have two blocks at home, you can take your blocks. So one would go, same thing, bra strap, kind of the mid-height. And then for your head, you take your second block for support there, and you open up. Okay, same thing with the legs. Feet together, knees apart, or feet out wide, knees knocking together. Feeling the opening through the pectorals, feeling the heart going up towards the sky. And once you get comfortable there, settle in. Let your sacrum feel heavy. And find a moment to settle down. Okay, so finding comfort in this pose. We'll inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Those of you coming a little later, towel rolled underneath your thoracic spine. Inhaling again through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Again, inhale in and exhale out. And then just settle down, knowing that you really have nowhere to go. Hopefully you guys laughed at that one. Giving yourself this quiet time on the mat. Finding your breath amongst chaos. Continue to breathe. And then if you're not already there, you place your feet flat on the ground, knock your knees together. Keep the towel underneath you or your support on the blocks, and reach your arms up over the head. Your thumbs may touch the ground. You want your palms facing each other. And we're working on that shoulder opening now. So we've got our chest open, we've got our shoulders maybe open. If you're not used to practicing shoulder openers and you sit at a desk all day, this will feel pretty intense. Even if you do practice shoulder openers, it can feel pretty intense. And feeling that towel pushing into your upper back to help open it up. staying here or grabbing onto opposite elbows, allowing your forearms to come up and over your head. Finding a deep breath. So just like a balloon, you inhale, expanding through the rib cage, and exhale, just like a deflating balloon, close it up. Inhale again, and close. One more time. Close it out. And then release your arms. Roll onto your right side. It's a little awkward if you're on your blocks. And take out whatever support you have under your back. Come lie onto your back again. Good morning stretch. So point your toes, extend your legs, arms up over the head. Push your lower back down. And then reach. Feel the hollowness of the belly. Pulling it back, suctioning. Reaching those fingertips up and the toes down. From here, grab onto the left wrist and pull over to the right side. So it's crescent on the ground. And then find your big deep breath and move it into the left side body. If you want to move deeper, you'll cross the left ankle over the right and push your hips to the left side. Come back to center. Grab onto the right wrist. Pull over to the left side. Breathe into the right side body. Big breaths. See how wide and open you can make your ribs and you separate them away from each other. And then right ankle over left if you want to deepen it. Taking your hips over to the right side. Big breaths. Come back to center. Happy baby. So bringing your knees to the outsides of your chest. Okay, not together, but outside. Grabbing on the inside to your heels. Okay, if this is like you're never going to reach it, it feels so far away, don't worry about it. Keep curled in. Okay, try to kick your legs as much as you can towards the sky. Yoga is a practice. You have to keep doing it in order to get better, like anything else. Every time you find stillness, take a deep inhale and a strong exhale. And then we'll hug our knees into our chest. Give yourself a hug. Maybe rock a little bit side to side if that feels good on your lower back. And we'll rock and roll up to hands and knees. So inhale, come back. Exhale, forward. Twice more like that. Inhale, back and forward. One more time, back and forward. And then step on the hands and knees. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Cat and cow. As we inhale, we drop our belly down to the ground, push into the hands, and squeeze the shoulders back like a sway back cat. And then exhale like a Halloween cat, curling up to the sky. Drop your head. Again, inhale, make yourself into a cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then we're going to do our funky cat and cow. So inhale into cow. And then bring your ribcage over to the right. Exhale, cat. Ribcage over to the left. It looks really funny, but it feels wonderful. So keep going, lubricating the spine up, letting your hips go, allowing your spine to release here. So move, feels good. The idea here is to allow yourself to feel good in your body. Shut your brain off for a little bit. Moving, changing directions if you haven't already. And come back to center. Anahatasana or puppy dog pose. I like to call this one cat pose because if you ever see your cat stretch out, you know, and then they knead with their claws, that's where we're going. So arms forward, hips over knees. So we don't want to be sitting back like this. Come on up, arms forward, drop your head down to the mat. If you have more open shoulders, you may be able to get your chin down. If you're doing this with a child and they have their full throat and chest on the ground, they're mushy. They can do stuff like that. And then find the breath again. Walking back up a little bit, but not bringing your hands all the way under your shoulders. You'll take your left hand under your right arm, so you're crossing under the body, and bring the side of your head down to the mat for thread the needle. Okay, your right hand is still up and over the head. So I noticed yesterday when I was watching the video that it's actually mirrored from how I'm recording it. Listen to the cues for left and right. It'll get really confusing if you're watching. Otherwise, just follow along with whatever opposite is going on the video and don't listen to my cues. But if you do both, you'll go crazy if you're not already. Breathing here. So this time think about the breath moving into the back body and your rib cage expanding to the back. And then we'll come back up, reach those arms forward for our kitty cat pose, heart melting pose. Walk it back up a little bit, taking the right arm under the left this time. Right side of the head comes to the mat, left fingertips up above your head. So if your head is not coming down to the mat, you have a block or you have a towel. Okay, you don't want to strain too much here or at all. And you can place your head down here. Okay, and that brings the floor up a little bit to you as you work on flexibility in the right shoulder. Continue breathing in your thread the needle pose. And come back up. Walk your hands forward. Take your final stretch in Anahatasana, or kitty cat pose. It's also known as puppy dog, but I prefer the kitty cats. We've got lots of dog poses. And then we'll walk back to child's pose. Knees apart, toes together. Okay, I see I've got some pregnant ladies here. This is how you want to do your child's pose. I'm sure you know this already, but room for belly, lower down. Those kiddos out there, if they're already making zoomies around the room, have them sit on your sacrum, moms and dads. It's a nice adjustment. So have them sit right on the back of your hips. Place some weight there, and you'll get a wonderful spinal stretch. Okay, come back up to hands and knees. And grab your towel or your blanket. So, if you're taking your towel, unroll it a little bit and make a fold as high as you think you might need it. We'll be doing our breathing, our breath work now. Hopefully we've chilled out a little bit from the getting onto the mat and craziness of the past few days. Find a comfortable seated position. And place your hands down if you're feeling some anxiety. Hands up if you're feeling very tired and you need some energy. So normally when I teach classes, they're very strenuous. They're designed to get you out of your head and into your body and breath. This is a level 1-2 class, so we're gonna have to focus a little bit more on the breath and breath to movement and silencing our thoughts and silencing our head. So take it out of the equation, just kind of place it to the side as much as you can. Take an inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale. And exhale. time in and out. And then 3-part breathing. So, especially kiddos, put your hand on your belly and put your hand on your heart. We'll take an inhale a third of the way into the belly and pause. Another third of the way into the heart and pause. And then inhale all the way up, all the air, fill yourself up, take an extra sip at the top, and exhale down into the heart, 1/3 of the way, into the belly, and then push everything down into your sits bones into the ground. Again, belly, heart, up through the crown of the head, extra sip, and then down, heart, belly, down through the root. One more time, belly, heart, up through the crown of the head, extra sip, and then heart, belly, push it down to your sits bones. Releasing your hands back to your legs, taking an inhale nice and long through the nose. And exhale again through the nose. Finding a count between 1 and 4 for the length of your inhale and exhale. If you haven't already, you can close your eyes. Soften your gaze if you don't want to close your eyes. Looking at something down to relax your eyelids. And then starting at the top of your head, the crown of your head, we'll relax and release the part of the body that I cue. So crown of the head, space in between the eyebrows, your forehead, throat, right shoulder, right upper arm, lower arm, palm, left shoulder, left upper arm, lower arm, hand, palm, your chest, belly, right hip, thigh, knee, shin, ankle, left hip, quad, shin, ankle, coming up the back body. Let your lower back be heavy and relaxed. And then find length through your spine. Find the space between your shoulder blades and release it. Come up the back of your neck. The space behind your ears, and then back up to the crown of the head. Take another inhale here. Exhale any tension out. And then gently open your eyes. Okay. Trying to maintain the quality of breath, the quality of calmness in your mind. We'll come back to hands and knees. Half plank pose, or opposite arm leg lift. So you'll kick back onto the right toes and lift the left arm forward. Palm faces in, tucking the shoulders back towards the spine. Pull the belly in. If you're pregnant, you will stay here. Otherwise, you can lift and try to balance. that strong inhale, extend from your right heel back, left fingertips forward, and exhale, bring the elbow and the knee together under your body. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Kick it back and set it down. Other side. Step back onto the left toes and reach the right arm up and forward. Palm faces center, shoulders back and down. Remember, release the neck. Inhale, left leg up. Find your balance. Pull your belly in. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Elbow to knee. Extend. Elbow to knee. Extend it out. And set it down. Down dog. Walking your hands one handprint forward. Tuck your toes and lift your hips. Walk your feet as wide as your mat and your hands as wide as your mat. If you find that you're doing something like this with a rounded back, bend your knees. Think about pushing from your palms all the way up through your sits bones, straight spine, and then let your head go. You can rock it out with your head, rock star head. Okay, if you have the opening in your hamstrings, you can try to straighten your legs. But if when you straighten your legs you round in your back, don't do it. Staying here or shoulder flossing. So grabbing onto the edges of your sticky mat, thumbs up, fingers down. Try to pull your mat apart like you're going to rip it down the center. Bring your forehead maybe a little closer to the mat. Hips high. And find that action of your shoulders, the rotation of your shoulders here. And that's what we're looking for in our down dog. And then place your hands back where you like them. Shoulder distance apart, maybe wider. Feet also hips distance apart or wider. And then inhale, come to plank. Push into your hands. Act as if you're going to pull them towards your toes. And then as if you were going to rip them out apart. So you've got your shoulders and your core. Back to down dog. Inhale, plank. Push into the hands. Spread them apart. Push them down to your toes. Back to down dog. One more time like that. Come to plank. Push your palms apart. Pull them down to your toes. And then lower all the way down to the mat. Excuse me. Belly down, back bends. We'll start with Sphinx pose. So if your kiddos don't know what Sphinx pose is, show them a picture, because that's what we're doing. So elbows under, not right now, after. Elbows under shoulders, squeezing the shoulders back. Palms are flexed, so palms are strong on the ground. Push all 10 toenails down and the pelvis down. So your knees are off the mat. And then push your palms down and pull back towards your body, so you're getting a stretch through your belly. Squeeze the shoulders back. Find your breath again. Nice and long. And then come down. Shake your body, shake your body, shake your booty. Release your lower back. Okay, we'll start with cobra pose. So cobra, just like the snake, where they flare out. Coming back up to Sphinx on the elbows. Tops of toes point down, push the pelvis down, lift the knees up, push your palms down, and then lift your elbows. So our tendency here is to lift the shoulders as we lift the elbows. Let them soften down your back. Pull your palms towards your body. So we're engaged here. If you have more opening in your back, you can lock your hands in. Continue to squeeze the shoulders back and release your neck. Lower down. Okay, the one I love the best is Intimidation Cobra. You come out onto your fingertips. And then inhale, coming all the way up. Straighten your elbows. Now if you find tenderness in your lower back, bend your elbows, don't go this way. Down you go. And then placing the hands so that your fingertips are in line with the center of your chest. Tuck your toes and push up, straighten your arms. Up dog, tuck your toes back. Knees are off the mat, hips are off the mat, arms are straight, and we're still finding that squeeze. Stretch through the collarbones. Come up and back, down dog. Breathing. Bring your feet together. Walk them slightly forward. And then you'll take your left hand under your body to the outside of your right foot for a twist. Hey everybody. Continue to breathe. I'm sorry, that is my dog right behind my iPad cleaning himself. Hey Jay. Okay, come on back, and then other side. Right hand to the outer left leg. If you need a deeper stretch, you bend the bottom arm and look underneath the left arm or the armpit of the opposite arm. Come on back to center, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Heel toe your feet so they're about hip distance apart. Grab opposite elbows and drop down. If you want, you can sway a little bit side to side. Okay, if you're feeling a lot of tenderness in your lower back, chances are you're doing something like this and holding up here. Try to think about your hips being attached to like a laundry line so that all of your weight has to just dangle. Even if you have tighter hamstrings, you're not going to want to pull from your lower back. So bend the knees, let your body drape over them. Bring your body weight slightly forward and see if that helps release from the lower back. Grabbing onto opposite elbows or not, you can just let your fingertips dangle or your hands dangle down. And then we'll roll up one vertebrae at a time, rounding, being heavy, come all the way up to stand. Squeeze your legs together if you're in danger of a head rush. Take a sip of water. Okay, sun salutes. Coming to the top of your mat, Tadasana, it's our standing pose. So we have strong legs, strong feet, pulling up through the knees. So you can kind of see a little bit here where I'm pulling up. Strong glutes, try to pull in through your belly, hands together, shoulders relaxed down. Starting here, we'll inhale, lifting the arms up to the sky. Grab onto your left wrist and pull over to the right. So just like we did on the ground, we're pulling this way, keeping your hips nice and strong. Inhale up to center. Grab onto your right wrist and pull to the left. Inhale back up and exhale forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. So you're like the number 7. Reaching out through the sits bones, out through the crown of the head, squeeze the shoulders towards your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up with a flat back. Inhale, reach the arms up. We'll do that again. Exhale, grab left wrist over to the right. Inhale, back up. Grab right wrist. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, traction your spine. Push into your hands, really spread the vertebrae. Forward fold. Come all the way back up. We'll do it one more time like that. Grab the left wrist, pull to the right. Inhale back to center. Notice if you're pushing your feet into the ground. Be strong with your legs. Over to the left. Inhale, center. Forward fold. Inhale, traction your spine, push into your hands, stretch your vertebrae. Forward. Arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, traction your spine. This time, exhale, plant your hands, step the right foot back and the right knee down. Inhale, lift your arms up to the sky. The tendency here is to let our belly pooch. So pull it in, okay, may not go down as far, pull it in, you see how I'm tucking here, and then reach your arms up as much as you're able to. Let your head go. Try to avoid letting your shoulders come up to your ears, soften down the back. One more inhale here. Exhale, plant your hands, and inhale, step back to plank. Knees can be up or down, straight line either way. Exhale, halfway down, and inhale into cobra. We practice this, remember? Exhale back through hands and knees, or a reverse strong push-up. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bring your knee in towards your chest, and then step it through. So that action sometimes can be difficult. Use your blocks or take your time. Get your right foot forward. Left knee down. Inhale, arms up again. Plant your hands, tuck your back toes, and use that as a push, as a motor to push yourself forward. Forward fold. Flat back. Forward fold. Come all the way up. Hands to heart center. Exhale, going back all the way down. Inhale, traction your spine. Exhale, plant hands, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant hands. Inhale, step back. Exhale, knees can be down, lower halfway. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Knee to chest, step through. Right knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant hands, tuck toe, push forward, forward fold. Inhale, traction your spine. Forward fold. Come all the way up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, all the way down. Inhale, traction spine. Exhale, plant hands, right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant hands. Inhale, step back plank, knees up or down. Exhale, chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale, cobra or up dog if that's in your practice. And back, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Knee to chest, step through, left knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant hands, step forward. Inhale, traction your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands to heart center, exhale, all the way down. Inhale, traction your spine. Exhale, step the left foot back, left knee down, and inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant hands, step back, plank. Take an inhale here. You can also stay here. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, cobra or up dog, and back, down dog. Big breaths. Inhale, left leg up. Knee to chest, step through, right knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant hands, step the right foot forward. Inhale, traction your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. We'll do one more round. Hopefully you're getting warm. Exhale, hands to heart center, forward fold. This is our warm-up. Inhale, traction spine. Exhale, plant hands, your right foot back, right knee down. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant hands. Inhale, plank. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And back, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Knee to chest, step through, left knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant hands, tuck back toes, forward fold. Inhale, traction. Exhale, forward fold. Push down, lift, all the way up. Hands to heart center, forward fold. Inhale, traction. Exhale, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant hands, step back plank. Inhale here. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And back, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest, step through, right knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant hands, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, traction spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take an inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Stay with it. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. Heel toe your feet a little wider. We're moving into Malasana, our squat pose. So toes out, heels in, and then we sink down. Ooh, down we go. Okay, like an elevator. So for many of us, this is a huge pose, huge hip opener, a lot on our knees. Have a block or your pile of board games, okay, to sit on. You can use books too. Hands to heart center. And we'll settle down. So we just moved a lot, we got some heat building, then we can use it to open different parts of our body. So inhaling and exhaling. Sarah, I don't know if you're dying of laughter because of JJ snoring or you're dying because I just made you do all that stuff. And let's take a twist here because twists feel good. So left hand down or just to the inside if you're not reaching the ground, right arm up. Come back to center. Right arm down and over, left arm up. If you're one of my pregos here, you get to do Kegels. Find your squeeze, hold it for 5. You don't have to be a prego to do it. If you want to work on pelvic floor strength, go for it. So squeeze, hold for 5, and release. Those kiddos that have no idea, don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about it yet. And then we'll come to a forward fold. Remove support if you haven't. So you guys are probably at the front of your mat here. And then we'll inhale all the way back up. Moving into a few standing postures. So bring your hands to your hips and we'll step the left foot back. Okay, I'm going to keep us in a crescent lunge here. So if you have tighter hips, you're probably going to want to bend that back knee. Or you're going to want to bend the back knee. Okay? And then you're going to tease the hip flexor open. So bending 90 in the front knee. Bend as much as you need to in the back to open the hip flexor. And then arms come up over the head. Okay, if this bothers your shoulders for any reason, hands stay at heart center. If your arms are over your head, do it with intention. So you're either reaching tall, letting your shoulders roll back, or hands come together and you're reaching tall through the side body. If you're reaching tall with that arrow mudra, shoulders can come up towards the ears. Make sure your neck is released. And then we'll take our hands behind us to our hips. Okay, fingers point forward and push down. So notice when you push down, your chest lifts up. That's what we're looking for. So it's a back bend in our crescent lunge. And then reach your arms up. Taking your left hand down, right arm up, twisting lunge. If you want to take it across the body to the outer right leg, you're welcome to do that. Flex your palm, so be engaged through your extremities. Okay, bring that right hand down. you'll either step back to down dog or inhale plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Cobra up dog and down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, open your hip. Inhale, right leg up and set it down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, open your hip. Inhale, reach it high. And then knee to chest, step through. Remember we did this in our Surya A's. Come on up. Ta-da! Crescent lunge, other side. So remember, bend the back knee as much as you need to, stretching through this front hip flexor. Okay, bring your hands to your lower back. Reach your chest to the sky. Open through the front body. Inhale, arms back up. Right hand down, left arm up this time, twisting. Sink your hips. Bring your left hand down. Push back to down dog. From here, if you want, vinyasa, inhale, plank. Lower halfway down. Cobra up dog. And back to down dog. Staying in down dog or resting in child's pose. Knees apart, toes together, sink your hips. Forehead to the mat or a block. Find your breath again. And then come back to down dog if you're not there already. And we'll float or step, feet between the hands. Inhale to traction your spine. Forward fold. Push into your feet, lift all the way up. And bring your hands to heart center. Tree pose. So, strong legs. Tadasana is the blueprint for all of these standing poses. We'll keep our weight into our left leg, or however this appears to you in the video. And come onto your right toes. Okay, hands are at the hips, that helps stabilize. And then you'll turn your right knee out. Bringing your foot somewhere along your left inner leg. Okay, you can stay nice and low. You can use your toes as a kickstand. Or if you want to do the full posture, bringing, not the full posture, but the most advanced version would be heel to the inner thigh. And then you're pushing, you're squeezing everything in. So inner left thigh, right foot has that cemented action, stabilizing you. Focus your eyes. If you're stable, hands can come to heart cross center. And then if you want to move deeper in, bring your arms up to the sky. Okay, focusing your eyes really helps with balance. Try to focus on something that's not moving. So here again, we have this tendency. Soften shoulders down the back. Okay, release that right foot down. Hands to heart center. Bring your hands again to the hips. This time right foot. Strong right leg. Lifting the left foot to the inner right leg. You can stay here. Make a kickstand. Or grab your foot and tuck it into the crease of your thigh. Whoa, and my eyes are not focused, which is why I'm not balancing. Once you're here, hands to heart center. And then maybe you can balance in your tree. Remember, soften down. If you want, you can sway with the breeze, which I think we're supposed to have today. And then we'll set that down. Okay, transitioning back. So we've hopefully centered in with our breath and our focus. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, traction your spine. Exhale, step back to plank. Come on to hands and knees. Dolphin pose. So you'll come down onto your forearms, elbows under the shoulders. You can bind your hands here if you like. That's easier. It makes it a more stable foundation for you. Otherwise, you'll take your wrists directly out from the elbows and strongly push your palms down into the ground. Just like down dog, we tuck our toes and we lift the hips. And this is not an easy posture. It requires a lot of shoulder opening and of course hamstring opening. So if in your down dog you have your knees bent, you'll probably have them bent here also. Push into those forearms. Karate chop them down. If you'd like, so you either stay here or you bring your feet together and lift the right leg up. Push up high, high, high on your left toes. 3 breaths. Okay. Set the right foot down. Left leg up. Push into your toes and lift. And we'll set that back down. Coming into child's pose. Okay, we'll end with a little bit of very lazy core work, some back bending, and some inversions. So, our lazy man or woman core work from Calf and Budig, I love it. It's my most favorite. You need a hardwood floor for this. Okay, if you're on carpet, it will not work as well. You'll have to work a lot harder. So you'll take your towel and lay it down. If you have a yoga blanket, use that. Okay, hardwood floor. Very important. Okay, lie back so that you're on your blanket or your towel. Hands come behind the head. And then just like if you have a dog, you know how when they scratch themselves on the ground, their back on the ground, happy dog abs. So you bring your right elbow towards your right foot, and then your left elbow towards your left foot. Okay, the wagging of the dog. Push your lower back down though. The tendency is for it to arch up. So when I say go, we'll go. Ready, set, go. Right, left, right, left, right, left. And you can always go faster or slower. If you go faster, you'll obviously get more core. If you go slower, you can work with breath a little bit more. So keep wagging, get that lower back down, scooch side, side. You're still going, right? Breathing, wiggling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. So it's the lazy woman's core work, but that does not mean it's not work for your core. All right. So we'll come back to our mat. If you have the room, you probably just put it right next to your mat, and you can scooch back over. All right. Feet are hip distance apart. Fingertips just brush the heels. Knees are bent, feet are flat. Roll your shoulders back under your body. Bend your elbows so that your triceps are on the ground. Palms face towards each other. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lift your hips, lift your hips, lift your hips, rolling your body onto the tops of your shoulders. Push down with your upper arms. So you see how that spreads your chest? Lift your toes, but keep the balls of your feet and your heels down. Think about bringing your sternum, your chest bone, all the way up towards your chin, and then lift your chin a little bit. So instead of thinking of lifting your hips to the sky, think about pushing your body weight towards your head. and that'll give you more of a lift. Strong glutes, squeezing the legs, right, pushing into the feet. Everything's engaged here. We're getting a full front body stretch. Don't turn your head, so keep it stationary so you don't strain your neck. And then we'll slowly lower down. The back of your sacrum is last. Okay, from here, you'll take a block or your blanket or your game stack or book stack. Lift your hips at the lowest height, place it underneath your sacrum. So right above the fleshiest part of your butt, okay? So you can stay here. This is a supported bridge pose. Or you can lift your legs up to the sky. Hips on a block. And then remember that breath we cultivated in our seated position? Come back to it. Okay, bring your feet back down to the floor. Cross your left ankle over your right knee, figure 4. You're on your block, so don't pull your knees towards your chest here. Just let that left knee drop towards the floor. External rotation of the left leg. I don't know if you guys can hear JJ snoring over there, but hopefully he's keeping you relaxed if you can. And then back up, changing sides. Right ankle over the top of the left knee. Let the right knee drop down. Bring the right foot down. Lift the hips again into another bridge pose. Lift a little higher, and then come on down. Upper back, middle back, lower back. Bring the soles of your feet together and your knees apart. One hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Reclined Baddha Konasana. And then happy baby again. So bringing those knees to the outsides of your rib cage. Heels up to the sky. Push down, and maybe rock a little bit side to side. Hug your knees into your chest. Open your arms out to the side. Take an inhale, and exhale, knees towards the right elbow. JJ. Jay. Bring your knees back up to center. Exhale them over to the left side. Come back to center. If there's any pose you'd like to take now, please take it. If you want an inversion, headstand, shoulder stand, and then come back to a bridge before Shavasana. Go ahead. You know what you're doing if you're doing those postures. Otherwise, we'll open up into our final resting pose, taking your feet as wide as your mat, arms wide enough so that you can get air on all sides of your arms up into your armpit, and relax. So take one more deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Close your eyes. Let your body be heavy. And let go of any control over your body, breath, or mind. Staying as still as you possibly can. I have a reading for you today, which I've already posted on Facebook this morning. It was forwarded by one of Eli's nursery school teachers who we just love, so thank you, Bindi. And the people stayed home and read books and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played games and learned new ways of being and were still and listened more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed, some danced, some met their shadows, and the people began to think differently. And the people healed. And in the absence of people living in ignorant, dangerous, mindless, and heartless ways, the earth began to heal. And when the danger passed and the people joined together again, they grieved their losses and made new choices and dreamed new images and created new ways to live and heal the earth fully as they had been healed. Starting to deepen the breath again, paying attention to your inhales and your exhales. And then as you're ready, rolling on to your right side. Taking a deep inhale into your back body. Expanding the rib cage. And then gently pushing yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. We'll close class. So bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through your mouth. Let's inhale good things and exhale bad things. That's what I do with my kiddos for mindfulness. So let's inhale kindness. And exhale criticism. What else should we inhale? Let's inhale creativity. And exhale fear. Let's inhale love. And exhale hate. again through your nose, whatever good thing you want. Exhaling whatever negative bad thing you'd like to get rid of. One more time like that. Inhale. Exhale, bowing your head towards your hands. Thank you all for joining me this morning. I'll keep you posted on future classes. Namaste.